main thing was, single families were great. They were giving me hedge on the income taxes and things like. The problem I had was managing them because
Mm.
they were in Arizona, in Georgia, in Texas, in India, in California, in Bakersfield, all over the place, right? And we were hiring management companies to manage them. So you give them 10% of the profits right there. But then also when the tenants called in for a request or something broke or fridge doesn't work or stove and toilet, all that, that just ate up a lot of the cash flows. So many times I found it looked good on paper, but when it was at the end of the year, I saw how much we made. It was not that good.
Mm. What caused you to realize how much you wanted to pursue syndication over the single family homes?
I would say that definitely the multifamily, I caught the vision. I'm a logical person, right?
Yes.
Being an engineer. So every single thing I looked at, multifamily, it's like 20 homes in one place or 100 homes in one place with 4 or 10 roofs or 20, 15 roofs, having a technical tech guy right there at the property to take care of all the service requests, having like one manager at the property who will collect all the rents rather than dealing with so many property managers. And then also scaling it up was a big thing for me. I wanted to scale it higher than one transaction rather than 20 or 100 transactions. And loan qualifications, if you have 100 homes, you have to qualify for homes one at a time to get the mortgage on them. And by multifamily, having them in one bunch, I just loved it. That was
Yes.
the thing which really got me going, scaling it up. Now let's go to syndication part of it. We all have money, right? Your audience also have some money stacked away, in their savings and 401k and all that. They could buy like a 4-plex or 8-plex or 12-plex, but if they want to get 50 units or 100 or 200, like I go for 400 now, I've gone from a zero investor to 130 investors now, where I
Wow.
can raise $6 to $10 million, million dollars in about few days, let's say 4 days, kind of like that. So that 10 million, I can purchase a property of worth $35 million, 35 million. So the scaling is pretty strong in syndication.
Yes. Would you just give us your best definition of what real estate syndication is, kind of before we get into that? And I get that question all the time, and explain it. And just most people haven't heard of that unless they've been in the industry. And how do you explain that?
Oh, sure. Syndication in effect is, in layman's term, pooling of money. It's the pooling of money or using other people's money, OPM. That's another terminology. But syndication is kind of like joining the hands of the like-minded people who want to invest in a deal. Could be multifamily, could be office, could be anything.
Hmm.
But the thing is, it's a syndication legal structure to put the money together, to not make it a Ponzi scheme. That's the other word
Right.
is out there. Why should I give you 50,000? What's the legal structure? Am I going to be on the title of the property? Is my investment safe? All those things come in investors' mind. And that is so important because I love the syndication field right from the start, because the honest people who are really trustworthy, they can build their track record, have the transparency of their operation like I've done in my 4 companies. It has helped me a lot. From one investor who said, Vinney, would you be moving to Texas? I said, no. He said, do you have an experience? I said, no. He says, have you qualified for the loan? No. Everything was no. But he was so taken back with my little presentation of 5 slides that why multifamily. I was so excited.
Mm.
But 11 years back, 12 years back, right? And then he says, Vinney, I'll give you a check for 50,000.
Wow.
So that's how, just in half an hour, he made a decision to give me $50,000 check. Now he's got millions invested with me.